But that was exciting. That was exciting. That thing hammered it. Welcome back, people. We are back along the shoreline of Lake Superior, and in this episode our goal is to find some winter salmon while surf fishing off the beach, and I'm going to be fishing off a couple different piers as well. With it being such a mild winter, it's allowed us to come out here and even attempt to find some winter salmon off the surf. But typically the road that I drove in on would be a well-groomed snowmobile trail, and it's really hurt the local economies in a lot of these small towns in Michigan's Upper Peninsula this winter. But we're going to do what we can, and we're going to go out there and see if we can harvest some fresh cohos, baby. We're looking for cohos! Cohos! Alright, well, our fire is going. It's climbing up to about 85 degrees right now, about to shed a couple layers, but we are nice and toasty in the tent here tonight. And what really makes this trip so special is that all the years I've lived in Michigan, especially all the years I lived in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, there has not been a single year, a single winter that has allowed us to come out here and do this style of fishing that we're about to do. It's middle of February right now, and usually all the piers and the shoreline are so packed full of ice, it would just be completely treacherous and not fishable in the slightest bit. So I am really looking forward to the next couple days, because I've always wondered if a guy could get out there in the wintertime, how they would do, and we're about to go find out. Hey, here we go. We're going in with our cinnamon sugar bread into the Dutch oven on top of the wood stove. We're running out of space on the wood stove here, but we got to throw a couple dogs on. Man, I sure love cooking on a wood stove, but in order to get the right heat, you got to get this thing absolutely cranking. And this place is a sauna right now. I toasted the bun up in some butter and a juicy brat. It's hard to beat at camp. You guys know the drill. No one gets left hanging. That was pretty tasty, wasn't it? He's like, yeah, give me some more of that, old man. A little less talk and a lot more action, baby. Flip it over. And oh, buddy, look at that homemade loaf of cinnamon sugar bread. Oh my goodness, look at that. Got to get a slab of butter going here while it's still hot. And of course, we're going to hit it with a little honey as well. And there we go. Well, there's a channel that I really like to watch called The Outdoor Boys. And Luke on there always puts honey butter on his homemade breads. And I saw him do that and I'm like, dude, I got to add the honey, baby. And it is just an absolutely killer combo, especially on some homemade bread. You cannot beat this. Okay, night one, we are over and out. I'm in my sleeping bag. Oliver's in his sleeping bag. Just stoke the fire. We'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. We are up and at it. Got some really good sleep last night. But I have to say, the weather sounds pretty intense outside. The wind has been absolutely howling all night. I just poked my head outside the tent here, and it's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit outside without the wind chill. So it's going to be a very, very chilly day. But we're going to get this day started off with some coffee, and I'm going to make some homemade French toast with the loaf of bread we made last night. Little extra cinnamon on top. The sound of French toast sizzling, coffee percolating, that's how you start a morning. It's gonna be a great day. Oh, now that is a strong cup of coffee, folks. Our goal today is to brave out the conditions long enough to catch one salmon. If we can catch one salmon, we're taking that sucker back here and we are cooking him right up on this wood stove. Wow, freaking A, man. That might be the best French toast I've ever had in my life. This is an entire salmon skein. This is out of a Chinook salmon that we harvested this fall. And now I'm going to scrape those free of the membrane so they're singles. And then we're going to tie them up in a netting with some floaters, and that's going to be our bait today. Oh my gosh, guys, I am out of breath, but look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, the traps are set and we have arrived at our first location of the day. Right off to my left here, there's a good sized river that flows into Lake Superior, and you would never be able to tell that there was a river anywhere in this area. The mouth is totally blocked off by these big ice shelves, and the whole bottom half-mile of river is completely froze over and layered with about 5 feet of sand. But we're right at the mouth here, and we're gonna see if we can make it happen. This is our first spot of the day. I'll probably give it about 3 hours, and if nothing, we'll head to the next spot, but fingers crossed, we'll be able to get it done right here. Well, I looked at the forecast this morning while I still had cell phone service, and it said it's going to be 23 degrees today for a high, with a north wind 25 mile per hour steady, with gusts up to 30, 35 throughout the rest of the afternoon. I've decided I'm going to head to the river and go check a river out, but this is even going to be a gamble as well. I have about a 60 to 65 mile ride down which would typically be snowmobile trails right now, so I really don't know what to expect. I don't know if the river's going to be open. It's all going to be a gamble, but if nothing else, we're going to go for a beautiful drive in the backcountry of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Maybe we'll see a deer or some wolves. He's like, take me to the river, put me in the water. Okay, we've reached virgin track territory. We're the first ones to probably make it back here in a truck this far in, I don't know, a month or two at least. Well, you can see there's just a layer of ice, and then underneath that is all soft sand. The ground is not frozen, so it's very soft. In these conditions, it's just so easy to get stuck. And it's very important, if you do get stuck, don't just start blasting your tires. You can see I just gently rocked the truck back and forth until it popped out of there. But if I would have just stepped on the gas, it would have started digging a big deep hole. Let's give it a go again. We can make it through there. That's nothing to dig out if we have to. Woo-hoo-hoo! Are you ready? Okay, well, I'm glad not to be stuck. Well, there has not been a single other person, or fisherman for that matter, back in this section of river for at least the last month. So that's either going to be a really good thing or a really bad thing. But we're going to go find out here. I can hear the wind just absolutely howling above me. But down in the river bottom, it's actually pretty pleasant. It's about 22 degrees right now. No wind down in here, so we're going to be able to have a nice evening on the river. Wow, look at this, guys. Absolutely beautiful. A nice, peaceful, flowing river. There's no ice flowing down, so that's good. And it looks to be wide open. We're gonna be able to fish, baby. I just love hiking through these dense pine forests. They're so beautiful in the wintertime. All right here, people. Starting hole. We're gonna start right here, Mr. Al. Okay, here we go. Gonna take a bag. These are the salmon eggs here. I'm gonna stick it on my hook. I'm gonna float it underneath the float, just like you see me do in many of these videos. And we're gonna see if we can catch a winter steelhead on this cold winter day. Wow, this is so beautiful right now. I'm so happy, excited to be here. Fish on, baby. Fish on, baby. There's a fish on, baby. That's a fish on, baby. It's just a skipper, but that was exciting. That was exciting. That thing hammered it. Ollie, stay on the bank. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. We have a fish, guys. Just a nice little skipper. This is a small steelhead, but man, was that fun. We have our first fish landed of the trip. Let's see if we can get him off here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, what do you think, buddy? We got one. We got one. There he goes. Not a monster, but we have landed a fish. We didn't get skunked today, baby. There's a fish on. That's a fish on, baby. That's a fish on, baby. That's a fish on, baby. That's a fish on, guys, and it's a good one. Oh, it's streaking. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, it's streaking. We got a streaker. Oh, my gosh. I don't have my other camera, and I'm going to stay on this fish. He's going nuts. Oh, my goodness. We got one on. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Stay back, buddy. Stay back. Oh, my goodness. Look at how beautiful. Oh, he goes for a bite. He goes for a bite. This fish is so beautiful, guys. I'm going to get a quick shot and get him right back. But this fish is absolutely beautiful with winter colors. Well, that fish right there made my entire trip, but my hands are totally frozen and I gotta get this guy back. Whew, there he goes. My hands are so cold. Oh, slimy hands going right down the shirt. They are totally frozen. Well, that was awesome. I typically don't like fishing with gloves on, but I don't have much of a choice. My hands are frozen and it is cold out here. Let's see if there's another one in this hole, guys. That was so cool. Oh shoot, what was that? I either just pulled out of a snag or I just had another bite. Guys, I just saw 2 wolves cross the road about 50 yards up here. I'm gonna see if I can see them. They should be right in here if they stuck around. Well, you can see right here is where one cut through the woods and another one crossed just a little bit past it. I slowed down, grabbed my camera, and just putzed by to see if I could see them and get a shot of them, but they took off. That was cool though, man. That was cool. Woo. Well, we've arrived at home sweet home. It's time to get a hot fire going. We're gonna get some food on, but that was a great day. A lot of driving. I wanted to make sure that I left and got back with enough daylight, just because that road was pretty sketchy, to be honest. There were quite a few areas that would have been really easy to get stuck, and I dang near got buried a couple times. So we made it back, and look at this. Camp Chrome, baby. All right, well, for dinner tonight, we're going to have honey glazed chicken wings in the Dutch oven. I'm going to feast on chicken wings. Look at those bad boys. They're a little frozen still, baby, but listen to them sizzle. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Look at this. Honey butter glazed chicken wings at our tent camp. Okay, here we go. We gotta take a peek. Oh my goodness. My face was just blasted with the smell of roasting chicken wings in honey butter. How to make it 100 degrees in a wall tent? Cook a bucket of chicken wings. Okay, here we go. Check it out. Going in for the honey butter chicken wing. Can't talk, I'm eating. Hey, did you guys see what happened to that chicken wing? You know, this would be a time when I'd like to have my tongs, but Lord knows what I did with them. I'm going to eat these chicken wings with vengeance. I am so hungry. I can't wait. I can't believe this is actually happening right now, but they are so hot. You know, I think truthfully, these have changed my life. Stoke the fire one more time. I'm gonna damper it down. We're gonna get ready to get some sleep. We're gonna be up bright and early tomorrow looking for our coho. Oh, well, good morning. Got some pretty good sleep last night, and we're up and at it for day 2, baby. Just got the fire stoked up. It's getting warm in here. Just a quick throw together breakfast this morning. We have a couple eggs and some hash browns. I would have made some toast too, but I have to say, the last couple pieces of that toast fell victim to a midnight snack. Did he come off? He might have came off, guys. Oh, he came off, man. Look at that. Stole my bag. We had a bite, though. We did have a bite. Dang it. Okay, 0 for 1. Just had a good bite. Didn't hit it hard, but it was some good whack, 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 whack. And it came off. It didn't feel huge, but it definitely felt like a coho. But we just need one, though, and the whole day can turn around with just one bite. Hopefully, we can make it happen, because I want some fresh coho for lunch. Come on! We'll talk about a big old slice of humble pie. I've been out here for about 3 hours. The wind's really starting to kick up now, and I have not had another bite since those 2 that I had this morning. You guys see this big lake out here behind me? Somewhere out there is where the coho are, but they're not here. But in all seriousness, salmon, especially kings, will spend the majority of their life below 300 feet of water, especially during the winter months. They'll be down, just buried down on the bottom in that deep water with bait. Now yesterday, since we had that big north blow, I was really hoping that would shake things up, especially since we had some warmer temperatures last week, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, well, camp is packed up. Although we didn't capture our fresh coho, it was still a great trip. Caught a couple steelies, and it was just another great adventure. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. If you're new to the channel, feel free to go down below here and hit subscribe. And if you enjoy watching these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a like or a comment. But until next time, we'll see you guys in our next video.